So one of the other segments of your expertise and interest over the last few years has been in the area of long-term care planning. And certainly I can see that it's one of the fastest areas of growth of your practice at this point. I love the way that you share your story in with your clients. And, it's all about education, right? And through long-term care planning, we found that having that emotional connection and being able to share that story helps enlighten people. So if you could just share a little bit about that.
As you well know, per our conversations, my grandfather was a big father figure in my life, such as your grandfather. In my later teens, my grandmother, my grandfather moved in with us. My grandmother had dementia for 13 years. My grandfather had terminal cancer for 8. Now, as a 18, 19-year-old, helping your grandfather, who you've worshipped over the years and was your everything.
Yeah, he's the patriarch.
He is. And having to
be a caregiver,
help him bathe, help him use the restroom, is at 18, 19 years old, was a big eye-opener. And that was one avenue that propelled me into this industry, in regards to long-term care. Now, long-term care, I will say it to the clients until I'm blue in the face. Everybody should have a piece of long-term care in their portfolio. I don't care if you're too old, then you're too old, but everybody should have a sliver.
Right.
At the end of the day, it could be an asset killer. No one wants to deal with that. Now, the clients that understand this are the clients that have helped a parent, have helped a grandparent, have helped a loved one. They completely understand that long-term care is needed. And those are the ones that automatically, right off the bat, want some more information, and 9 times out of 10 are going to move forward with it.
Yeah.
Per our earlier conversation, it's inevitable. The percentage of individuals that are going to need some sort of long-term care, and now long-term care doesn't mean you're a vegetable sitting in a nursing home.
Right.
It's, look, you can fall, break your hip, right? Your mobility issues aren't there. You need help going to the shower. You need help going to the restroom. You're cognitive, you're still there. You're still aware.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand about long-term care. They think, oh, you're a vegetable, you're done. No, it's just the little things.
Yeah.
And those little things can last decades.
Yeah. Or cognitive impairment where physically everything is fine. You're intact. You're fully, help. You can do everything in your daily activity except the fact that your mental ability is waning, dementia, Alzheimer's, what have you, like you experienced.
Yeah, with my grandmother, she can get up, she can go walk miles, but she would go walk down the street and forget where she was.
Correct. She becomes more of a danger to everybody around her than she does just to her own self, and there's where you need care around the clock, and for many, many, many years.
Correct, and that's where my mother and stepfather. This is one reason why they got a divorce. It's having the constant taking care of a loved one. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It really isn't. And anybody that says, yeah, I'm going to move in with my kids and they're going to take care of me, or yeah, I'll have my mom or dad move in with us when they're ready. No.
Yeah, it becomes a stress-related illness, period. Whether it's physical or emotional, there will be the consequence of stress and the responsibility of caregiving for however long is necessary, because you will do it.
Absolutely.
Will have a significant toll.
Yep. And this is where I think you and Nick have, over the years, have pushed it more and more. And obviously, I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
And so this is, once again, when I say it till I'm blue into the face, till I'm to clients, at seminars or even in appointments.
Yeah.
It's think about it.
And for 3 years, you've been doing, educational workshops in this regard. I mean, minus the last year, you haven't been able to do physical workshops, but that has been a big driver of you having success in that space as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So during some of our seminars that we would do, I would start out by doing the annuity 101. Let's talk about annuities. Let's talk about how they progressed over the hundreds of years and to where they are now. We would then take a little break. Chris, who's in my back office, will then talk about long-term care. Mm-hmm. We tell our stories. His grandfather went in for an annual checkup at the doctor's office. Ended up getting streptococcus on the right side of his body, which basically paralyzes the entire right side of your body. His grandfather, 6'8", probably about 270, played for the Steelers back in the day for a little stint. His grandmother, soaking wet, was probably 120 pounds.
Yep.
And 5'3". So we tell our stories. We tell our stories in these seminars, and people get and they understand, hopefully.
The dots start to connect.
Correct.
Wait a minute here. Maybe we should think a little bit more about this. And one of the biggest things is disconnecting people's association to the thought of long-term care equals, being a vegetable in a nursing home or just being incapacitated in a nursing home. It's not. It's how do I maintain dignity, needing care, most preferably in my own home, not being a burden to the people that I care about most in my life, which is my children and grandkids, right?
Right. And we sat down years ago and went through the seminar presentation, and we always ask the same question. Tell us your thought in regards to long-term care. What's the number one answer?
Nursing home.
Nursing home.
Yep.
Linoleum floor, dark lighting,
Yep.
smell. No, it's not. It's being in your own home with your own family in the comfort of your own personal surroundings.
Yep.
And that's the reality of long-term care. It's not the doom and gloom. It's the happy-go-lucky, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah, it's education first before you can ever discuss a plan,
Right.
or what's the insurance solution going to be? Because for many, not for many, but for some, an insurance solution isn't an option. But what is the plan going to be then? Because we still should have a plan.
Absolutely. And this is where we love breaking down I'll just pay for it out of my own pocket. Well, no, you look at the numbers, and if this happens, you're going to be out of money in a year and a half.
Right.
If you go this route, the insurance company is going to pay, and you're going to be able to live in a normal in-home environment for years and years and years.
Right.
Perfect.
And to your, the community spouse is going to still have
Correct.
the ability to maintain their independence and dignity and hopefully financial stability for the rest of their life.
Absolutely. So this is, once again, telling blue in the face.
Right.
We'll reiterate it over and over and over again, and my clients know that.
Awesome.